Dear students, welcome to financial management class. We have 6 modules in the financial management. We have completed 4 modules. So today we are going for the 5th module is short term financing and investment decision. So it is also called as working capital management. So concepts. So in major topics we have in the 5th module is concept of working capital, factors determining working capital, sources of working capital, estimating working capital needs, managing cash, marketability securities, and debtors and inventories. So these are the important topics we have in the 5th module. So before that, what do you mean by financial management? So we have already discussed in the first module. So financial management is a process of planning. Planning means what? So estimating the required funds. So in planning, estimating the required funds, identify the sources of funds we have. So estimating, we know, identifying the sources. So which source is best source, which gives more income, that we will choose. So we have studied already in the third module how to select the sources of funds. So financial management is a process of planning. Organizing means what? Acquiring the required funds. What are the sources you have selected? No, so you will collect that money. That's called organizing. So next we have allocating. Allocating the funds in the fixed assets and current assets. So we have capital budgeting. So in the previous module we have studied how to select the project, how to select the fixed asset. So if there is a two machinery, different alternative machinery which gives more profit, that we will choose. That is a proper allocating the funds in the fixed assets. Okay, that's how to select the, how to properly allocate the fund in the fixed asset. That is what in previous chapter we have studied. So that is all about allocating. Next we have monitoring. Monitoring means control of allocated funds. So you have already invested your money in the fixed assets and your company is running. So control of allocated funds means what? Checking the performance of the company, whether it's working good or not. Okay, that is all about monitoring. So how to check that? It is called working capital. So how to monitor the invested funds, allocated funds, that we'll study detailedly in the 5th module. Okay, so working capital. So meaning, working capital refers to the cash of business required for day-to-day operations, or more specifically for financing a conversion of raw material into finished goods which the company sells the payment. Means what? Working capital is in refers to the cash of business required. So we need day-to-day expenses, we need some cash, that is called working capital. For day-to-day operations, we need some cash, means some working capital means is small expenses. So for conversion of raw material into finished goods. So our main business is what? Is to produce some product and we have to sell that product to earn profit. This is what we are doing. So for converting a raw material into finished goods, it is a long process, but it will take time. So for that we need means small expenses we need. That is called working capital. So working capital is the excess of current assets over current liability. Current assets means what? So in the balance sheet we have studied, in the asset side we have current assets, in the liability side we have current liabilities. So current assets means what? It's a short term, within 1 year. So we can easily convert into cash that one. So in the working capital formula is current assets minus current liability. So concepts of working capital, major concepts we have. One is gross working capital and net working capital. So these are the two concepts we have in the working capital. So gross working capital refers to the firm's investment in the current assets. Current asset are the asset which can be converted into cash within an accounting year. Okay. So means gross working capital means, we know working capital is current assets minus current liability. So here gross working capital, we will calculate what is the total asset of the business, total current assets of the business. So refers to the firm investment in the current assets. Only we will calculate what is the total current assets. So current assets are the asset which can be converted into cash within a accounting year, means 1 year. Within 1 year we can easily convert that into cash. So what are the items in the, means for example, what are the items in the current assets we have, cash in hand and cash at bank. So cash balance we will take, it comes under current assets. Bills receivable means what? So if someone is means received, means purchased goods from our company, and they have not paid our, they did not pay the full amount, so there is an means balance, it's going in future, they are going to pay that amount, that bill. So that is called bills receivable. We have that bill, but amount we have not received, but in the future, no, we are going to receive within 1 month or 2 months credit we will give, no, that is called bills receivable. So sundry debtors. So sundry debtors means what? If some same like bills receivable only, but here the person includes. If someone is borrowed goods from our company and they have not paid on the time of purchase, so in the future they will pay that money. That is called sundry debtors. So short term loans and advance. So we have any borrowed, means from company, no, if someone borrowed short term loans and advances, no, that will comes under current asset, but in the future they will return back. So in the current assets means what? It will generate funds, means it will generate and it will give money to our business. So that is all about current assets. So inventories of stock means what? If you are producing, no, that is called inventory, means stock. In inventory, no, we have raw material, work in progress and finished goods. So 3 types we have. So temporary investment of surplus fund. If they given in the current, they have given, means we have to consider it as current assets. Prepaid expenses means what? The means prepaid means what? It's a prepaid means if expenses is going to occur in the future, so in the advance, no, we'll pay that expenses. So that is called prepaid expenses. If they given in that in the question, no, we have to consider it as a current assets. It's an accrued income. So accrued income means what? We have already studied in the sources of short term, no. Accrued income means what? It's an income we have not received now, but in the future it will we will receive. That is called accrued. Means we have not yet received that income, but in the future, no, we are going to receive that fund. That is called accrued fund, accrued income. So these are the items we have in the current assets. So this is all about current gross working capital. If they given all this information, no, we have to total this. If you total, no, you will get total gross working capital. Only current assets will get. So net working capital. Net working capital refers to the difference between current assets and current liabilities. So working capital, we know current assets minus current liabilities is working capital. Net means we have to the difference between current assets and current liability. So current liability are those claims of outsiders which are expected mature for the payment within accounting year. So in the current liability means what? It is for duration for is within 1 year, but in this current liability, the company has to pay money to others. That is called current liabilities. Current assets means what? The others will pay, means within accounting year, no, it will generate and it will give money to our business. It's going to give money to our business. But here, no, current liabilities means the company will the company has to give money to others. Like for example, current liabilities are bills payable. So while purchasing any product, no, for our company, purchasing raw material, no, we have not paid now. So in the future we will pay that. We told that we purchase on credit. So that is called bills payable. So bill we have, but in that, no, we have in future we have to pay that money. That is called bills payable. Sundry creditors or accounts payable means it's a person, we are the person, the company has to pay money to others. That is called sundry creditors. So accrued or outstanding expenses. So accrued, we know it's in the future. So accrued expenses or outstanding expenses means in this, no, the expenses is going to occur in the future, that is called accrued expenses. So still we have not paid now, so it's in future, no, it's going to occur, so we have to pay that in the future. That is called accrued or outstanding, means what, it's still we have not paid, in the future we have to pay that expenses. Short term loans and advances and deposits. If we borrowed any short term advances or loans, no, from others, so we have to pay that, so that is called in the company has to pay. So dividend payable, so we have to pay dividend to the shareholders, no, that is, it will comes under current liabilities. Bank overdraft, if we are borrow, means from bank, no, we have overdraft, means what, if we in our company, if company account, no, some 20 lakhs we have, but we have borrowed 21 lakhs, so it is called bank overdraft. So provision for tax, so for a tax, no, we have to pay tax to the government, no, the provision means at the end of every year, no, we have to pay tax to the government. So provision means what, in future, no, we are going to pay tax, no, we'll keep some portion of amount for paying the tax, that is called provision. So it's clear, students, what do you mean by gross working capital and net working capital? So these are the items we have in the net working, means current liability. If you minus current assets minus current liability, no, you will get total working capital. So need for working capital. So why we need working capital? So working capital is needed because sales do not convert into cash immediately. There is always an operating cycle involved in conversion of sales with cash. So only means our main business is we have to produce some product and we have to sell, then only we will earn some profits. So working capital helps, means only sales, only how we can sell the product to the market. So for that there is an operation cycle we have. So how we can how to produce the product, then how to sell the product. So there is an operation cycle we have in the working capital. So that is called operating cycle or working capital cycle. So it is a time duration required to complete the sequence of events, right from purchase of raw materials or goods for cash to the realization of sales in cash. It's called operating cycle or working capital cycle. So operation cycle means what? So in this operation cycle, no, for producing on the time of purchase of raw material to finished goods to the sales. So what is in stages, different stages we have in the operating cycle, and in this operating cycle, no, we will calculate only number of days. So duration, time duration, how many days it will take to one stage to another stage. So that we are calculating in the operating cycle. So this is an operating cycle. So first we have cash on top. So we have some cash for that, and we will purchase raw material. This is the second stage, and from that, no, raw material will be in the warehouse. From there to work in progress. So we will start producing the product. So in the work in progress we will go. This is the stage. Next the process will start. If the product is completed, that is called finished goods. So from work in progress to finished goods, no, that duration we will calculate. From finished goods to sales, we will calculate how much days it will take to sell the product in the market, that will take. If sales or no, accounts receivable or debtors, means while selling the product, no, they will not give some customers, no, they will not give money on time, on the time of purchases. So later on credit purchases they will say. So we'll sell the product for credit. So in after 3 months or 4 months we will receive that money. From that, no, we will get cash. So from sales also we will get cash from accounts. So this is an operating cycle. We can use this one also. So from cash to raw materials to the work in progress, then finished goods, then sales. In sales, no, some will sales, no, will get directly cash, or from through debtors will get some cash. From debtors means what? On credit basis, after 2 months or 3 months we will get that money. So from this cash, no, again we will circulate. This is called accounting cycle. So in the accounting cycle, no, we will calculate how many days or how many time duration we will calculate from cash to raw material, how much time it will take to from cash to raw material. Okay. So estimation of operating cycle. So first we have to estimate how much money or how much time it will take. So that we will calculate in the working capital cycle. So working capital cycle can be expressed as working capital means WCC, means working capital cycle is equal to R plus W plus F plus D minus C. So here R is raw material stage, from cash to raw materials. So from cash we have to buy that raw material, no, how many days it will take to buy that product. So if you want to buy a machine, means any product, no, if it is raw material is coming from other countries, no, it will take time. If it's next to our office, means within half an hour or 15 minutes you can buy that product, but it is coming from other state or other country, means it will take some time. So that is called raw material stage. So it will reach to our office, means it will reach to our company. Till that, no, how many days it will take, time duration. So work in progress. So we'll take that raw material and we'll start producing that product. So means one product you can produce like means if you want to produce any desk, no, almost it will take 15 days or 20 days. So work in progress means the production time. So for converting raw material into finished goods, no, so many gaps we have. So work in progress. So from work in progress to F is next we have F, finished goods. So if your product is completed, no, so from work in progress to finished goods, no, how many time duration it will take, that we will going to calculate. So from means next we have D, debtors. Debtor stage means what? If your finished goods to debtors, means if your product is sold on credit basis, no, it's not, on the spot we will not get money, but in the future we are going to get that money. If any debtors we have, no, that will comes under this stage. So if you are selling the product on credit basis, no, how many days it will take, okay, that's what we are calculating. C is a creditor stage. So creditor stage means what? While creditors means who? So if we are borrowing some raw materials from the from raw materials, the company is buying some raw material from other company, no. So sometimes we'll purchase on credit. So but on the time of purchase we will not give money, but in the future we will give that money. If there is any case of that, no, if there is any cases on credit purchase, no, then we have to minus that total duration. So it is called working capital cycle. So these are the stages we have in working capital stage. So the formula for R. So we know all this information. What is the meaning of R, W, F, D and C, no? So first we will calculate R. How to calculate R? So average stock of raw material divided by average raw material consumed per day. So we have means average stock of raw materials we have, means how to calculate average stock of raw material we know, means raw material is there in the company, but average how to calculate, no, it's an opening stock of raw material plus closing stock of raw material divided by 2. If you the formula for average stock of raw material is opening stock of raw material plus closing stock of raw material divided by 2. So this is a formula for average stock of raw material. So if they directly given average stock of raw material, no, you have to take, if it is opening stock and closing stock if they given, so first we have to calculate average stock of raw material, then we can calculate what is the value of R. So next we have divided by average raw material consumed per day. So how many raw materials we have consumed per day? So every day we will not make a note of that, no. So if they for 1 year, so always raw material will be working capital cycle, no, always it will be like 1 year. 1 year we will take that. Okay, in this, no, means raw material consumed, total raw material consumed will have the note of that, no. If there is a per day how much we have consumed, if they are not given, means we have to divide that into 360. So in 1 year, no, we have 365 days, but in accounting no, we will consider only 360 days. So if they given raw material consumed, total raw material consumed per annum if they given, so we have to divide by 360. If they directly given per day no, we have to take that. So it's clear students how to calculate value of raw material. So next we have work in progress. So W is a work in progress, average stock of work in progress divided by average cost of production per day. So this is a formula for W. F is average stock of finished goods divided by average stock of goods sold per day. So for calculating the means in the work in progress no, average stock of work in progress, opening work in progress, closing work in progress divided by 2. But here average stock of production we have no, total stock of production, how many production we have done, so divided by 360 if you do calculate no, you will get per day how much cost of production we have. So next we have F finished goods. So average stock of finished goods, opening and closing divided by 2. Average stock of goods sold per day. So for this no, stock of goods sold no, we have one format. So that format we have to follow, and then we can calculate what is the average stock of goods sold per day. So next we have debtors. Average accounts receivable divided by average credit sales per day. So accounts receivable, opening accounts bills receivable plus closing bills receivable divided by 2. So you will get average accounts receivable divided by average credit sales. So if you have done any credit sales no, so per day how much credit sales you have done, you have to divide. So we have next we have to minus C. So C is in creditors stage. So average accounts receivable divided by average credit purchases per day. So how much opening bills payable plus closing bills payable divided by 2. So it's an average accounts payable divided by average credit purchases. So if you have done any credit purchases no, so per day if you divide that into divide by 360 no, so you will get per day how much you have done credit purchases. So if you divide that no, you will get value of C. So I will explain with an illustration one. Okay, following information is available for the company. Calculate cycle duration and working capital requirement of the company. So from this following information we have to calculate cycle duration means what? Working capital duration means working capital cycle we have to calculate, and working capital requirement. So how much money we need for producing that also we have to calculate. Two things we have to calculate. So they have given all average stock of raw material. So they have already given average stock of raw material, average work in progress inventory, average finished goods inventory, average accounts receivable, average accounts payable, average account raw material and stores per day. So per day they have already given per day how much raw material is there in the company, and cost of production per day also they have given, cost of goods sold per day, credit sale per day, credit purchases per day. So they have already given directly all the final amount averages they have given. So we have to use that formula, and what is this working capital cycle and working capital requirement we have to find. So only two things we have to find. So first we will calculate working capital cycle. So these are the information they have given in the problem. This is a formula for working capital cycle. So first we will find the value of R. R is a raw material stage. So from cash to raw material, no, how many time duration it will take. So the formula is average stock of raw material divided by average raw material consumed per day. So in the what are the information they have given, no? So I have marked that. So average stock of raw material, I have bolded that. So average stock of raw material they have given us 200, and down they have given average raw material and stores per day. So per day how many raw materials is there in the company also they have given. So it's 10. So if you divide 200 divided by 10 no, so you will get 20 days. So from to purchase that raw material no, it will take 20 days. So this is how we have to calculate this R. So we have found the value of R. So next we'll calculate W. So W is a work in progress. The formula is average stock of work in progress divided by average stock of production per day. So I have highlighted that. So average stock of work in progress is 300 divided by average stock of production per day is 12.5. So if you divide that, no, you will get 24. So the value of work in progress stage is 24 days. It will take. So from raw material to it has to go to work in production line. It has to go. So it will take 24 days to go to. It will take to start the production of the product. So next we have F. F is a finished goods. So from progress report to finished goods means from producing that product into finished goods, no, how many days it will take. So the formula is average stock of finished goods divided by average cost of goods sold per day. So they have given already 180 divided by 18. So it will take 10 days. So for converting a product into finished goods, no, work in progress to finished goods, it will take 10 days to complete that product. So next we have D. D is the debtor stage. So D is average accounts receivable divided by average credit sale per day. So you have to have this formula, students, because only 5 formulas we have in this. Okay. So average accounts receivable is 300 they have given in the problem, and average credit sale per day they have given us 20. So 300 divided by 20. So 15 days. So from finished goods to sell that product to the debtors, no, it will take 15 days. So D is a 15. So these are the information. Last we will calculate C, creditor stage. So the formula is average accounts payable divided by average credit purchases per day. So per day is means the average accounts receivable they have given as 180, and credit purchases per day also they have given as 10. So a 180 divided by 10 is 18. So your credit purchases is 18 days. So these are the information we have collected, students. So creditor stage means what? The company is borrowed, means brought some raw material from the shopkeepers, suppliers, but we have not paid. But for repay that money, no, it will take 18 days. So that is the time duration. So these are the what means we have found what is the value of R and W, F, D and C. So these are the information we have already collected. So if you put that value into this, no, so our value of R is 20, W is 24, F is 10, D is 15 and C is 18. So if you add all this, no, raw material, work in progress, finished goods, debtors, no, you will get 69. So total of that 20 plus 24 plus 10 plus 15. So 69 minus 18. So working capital cycle is 51 days. So to produce that product, no, from cash to cash means from raw material to finished goods, no, from. So we have some money to buy the raw material to next. First we have cash, then to convert that cash into raw material, to purchase that raw material 20 days, and from that raw material to start the production, no, it will take 24 days. From work in progress to finished goods, that to finish that product means final product to get, it will take 10 days. From that to debtors, no, it will reach to sales, for sales, no, 15 days. So these are the total duration we'll get. And if it is any creditors, if we purchase anything, no, on credit, to repay that it will take 18 days. So if you minus, no, total working capital cycle, it will take 51 days to convert that cash into raw material, product and finished goods, then sales, then it will return back to us, means the cash will come to reach us is 51 days. So this is a working capital cycle, students. So they have told we have to calculate duration cycle, we have to calculate. So it will take 51 days. So next, working capital required. So how much money we needed for that producing this product. So they have given cost of goods sold per day, they have given us. So cost of goods sold per day into accounting cycle. So this is the formula for total for this. No, if they given stages accounting cycle, no, this is a formula. And there are two types of working capital, two methods we have. One is according to operating cycle, one more is gross working capital and net working capital. These two types we have in the working capital. So according to the question, no, we have to solve the problem. According to this, no, we have to calculate working capital according to working capital cycle. So the formula for a working capital requirement is cost of goods sold per day into accounting cycle. So in this problem they have given cost of goods sold per day is 18. So 18 lakhs they have given. So amount in lakhs they have given. Okay, 18 lakhs they need. So into 51 days. So per day, no, how much cost we need? 18 lakhs we need per day cost to produce that product. So for how many days it will take to produce complete that product? 51 days. So into 51. So 918 lakhs we need for working capital to produce this product. So it's clear, students, how to calculate working capital cycle and working capital required. So the company's operation duration is 51 days and working capital requirement is 918 lakhs. So this is a complete. So this is how you can calculate working capital cycle and working capital requirement. So it's clear, students, how to calculate this stages and how to find the working capital requirement. So in the next class, no, I will explain. In two methods we have, no, accounting cycle and net gross working capital and net working capital. So next class I will teach how to calculate working capital under gross and net working capital. So thank you for listening, students. So if you have any doubts, no, you can contact me anytime. Thank you.